a lot of those positions as well.
Right. Tony, a word about Meath. Provincial champions, they didn't have the run of games. 1-3 start, it was a great start.
Yeah, it's a great start. I just thought after the start that they have no hangover of what has happened and that they were the one team that didn't really care about a break. But really, the momentum that's built up in the qualifiers, it's very hard to replicate. You can replicate it in challenge games, you can replicate it in training. But the energy that Kildare have built up, it's very hard to play against because they defended from the goalkeeper out. Meath just didn't. Meath were wiped out completely in the second half.
For the second time in a row.
For the second time, but they only scored 3 points, and that for a Meath forward line is very poor because if you look at those individually, they're all top players. No, they do lack pace. That's one thing about the Meath forward line. They certainly lack pace, but they're good footballers. But I credit Kildare for that. I thought Kildare were outstanding today.
But when the long ball stopped working for them, they never changed tack, you know, and Tony I think is right. They are slightly a bit one-paced. They have a lot of very good kicking footballers and they have total and absolute fit, and that can be a good thing most of the time. Today it was a negative. Kieran McGeeney seems to be a big influence in Kildare.
Listen, but just the way they played measured diagonal balls into the two lads inside. Like they had Alan Smith and James Cavan inside, winning their own ball, people coming off them at pace. Listen, we're sitting here for 15, 16 years saying typical Kildare. That means they have loads of possession and they're not getting the scores. I'm delighted to take it back now.
That can be a small bit patronising, you know.
But that's what happened.
But McGeeney,
could they be coming up against better defences in, you know?
Oh, there will be. I mean, every standard, every round you go by, in general, the standard rises. But can I just go back to the McGeeney thing? You know, a little piece you didn't see on camera there, where he was talking about it's better to be winning at the end of the season than at the beginning of the season, and he's already looking at, I believe, the big picture of getting his team to a final.
Yes, there's every chance, Kevin.
Absolutely, he was silly not to.
People said when he'd lost his lieutenant this year, he went up to Monaghan, and people said he might struggle as a coach.
No, I can't speak highly enough of him.
See, people talk in extremes. If you're beaten, you're finished. If you win, you're the greatest thing of all things. It's somewhere in the middle. But Kildare have improved steadily all along.
He's a very fine coach.
Losing his lieutenant, bringing in Aidan O'Rourke would have been one of his foot soldiers in the half-back line there as well, and one of the coolest customers on the field as well.
He's got a good team.
You know, he's got a good team.
And he's made a good team
as well. Well, we're talking them up big here. I wonder how it'll work out. Tony, who are the nominees then for Man of the Match?
Well, we picked 3 men of the match. James Cavan was first. He was superb again today. He's one of these guys. The goal was just magnificent. Johnny Doyle got 8 points. As we spoke enough about him already, fantastic in what he's done. And we picked Seamus Kenny from Meath, just for his work rate, never say die attitude. And, you know, he got sent off.
I thought that was very, very harsh.
Couldn't believe he got sent off for that.
Darragh Flynn was just stopping a quick free, which most players do now, and, you know, I thought it was very, very harsh on Seamus Kenny to be sent off after a fantastic game. It was disappointing.
Very disappointing for him.
Right. The award then, Kevin, goes to?
Well, I'm going to speak another little bit about Johnny Doyle, and he's featured on the programme a fair bit already, but rightly so. You know, a fantastic performance. He absolutely led from the front. You heard Dara talk about his capacity to recover from bad moments, but it's the 4 points from play in particular that I think were the huge contributions. He nailed 4 frees as well, which is important in the context of what's been going on in his form lately. But like he just got ahead of everything that was required for him to do, especially with Dermot Early leaving. Johnny Doyle is the next senior man, as it were, and he togged really strong for Kildare today. Deserving man of the match.
OK, let's hear from him then. The man from Allenwood, Johnny Doyle.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much.
John, congratulations. It's been a long road, but you're in an All-Ireland semi-final.
Has been a long road, and we're delighted to be there. I suppose, you know, after the Loud game, there was a lot of people, they doubted us, and, you know, in fairness, the lads dusted themselves down, got back on the horse and went at it again. And, you know, I think great credit has to be given to every member of the panel, the backroom team. But, you know, it's still only another step on the journey we want to travel, and we're there. We're delighted to be there, and you know. Any day you go out and beat Meath in a championship match is a good day.
Well done, Johnny, but a great team performance by Kildare. Other games coming up in a moment, but now it's time to give you another chance to win our fantastic competition. We've teamed up with Ulster Bank, proud sponsor of the GAA Football Championship, to give you the chance to win a trip for you and a friend to attend this year's All-Ireland Football Final in Croke Park. But there's lots more. The prize includes match tickets, overnight accommodation in the 4-star Clarion Hotel, and €1,000 spending money as well. So for your chance to win, answer this question. In which year were Dublin last crowned All-Ireland Senior Football Championship? Was it 2005, 1995 or 1985? If you think you know the answer, call 1515 71 71 74 or text the word football followed by your answer and name to 57111. Viewers in Northern Ireland can also call the number on screen. You must be over 18 to enter. Full details are on RTE Airtel page 194. Lines close at midday on Wednesday, the 4th of August. That's this Wednesday. The lucky winner will be announced during Sport at 7 on RTE Radio 1 later that evening, so tune in for that. Well, we still have 3 quarter-finals to come, including the young Roscommon team taking on Cork. You're very welcome back to the Sunday game. Dara, Kevin and Tony are with us as we journey through the football quarter-finals from this weekend, and what a journey. Next up, it's Connacht champions Roscommon going in as underdogs against Cork. Now, they previously met in the semi-final back in 1990 when Cork came out on top and went on to win the double. But Tony Davis, do you remember a Cork player missing an absolute sitter in this game?
No.
He was given a pass about 5 yards out and he only hits the crossbar. Have a look at this.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Belted off the crossbar, yes. Again, it's menacing. Goes for the point. And that, I think, is just about that.
What was the hardest bit? That you were 6 yards out when you hit the crossbar, or that the goalkeeper was still there?
See, the goals were flat that time. They're not circular. You're a big change.
No chance. Well, of course, we're not forgetting that Roscommon have had their winning days out at Croke Park as well. Could this be another one? Watching today's action were Kevin and Marty Morrissey.
And certainly in Dublin city centre and around Jones's Road, everybody seemed to be dressed in yellow and blue. I don't know if there's anybody in Roscommon at the moment. We hope you're watching the Sunday game, because everybody seems to be in the capital. And every cheer, certainly, that you hear, I think, in this particular game will be coming from the province of Connacht. Here's Aidan Walsh, already posing problems, coming through the centre, down inside the 20-metre line. He's brought to ground. That's a free, dead straight in front of the post. Great surging run by Walsh. Fully focused Daniel Goulding going to take this. He's already scored a goal and 24 points in the championship. This is a simple tap over for him. Jeffrey Claffey's kick out. Comes down for his Cahill. His work rate really impressed me in Castlebar in that match against Sligo. John Rogers leaving it behind him, but it is a Roscommon ball. Some people in Roscommon will say he's more of a defender than a corner forward. Perhaps that's reflected in the scoring charts. Donald Shine is clearly top scorer. That's a pretty good effort. That's a fantastic point. The name is David O'Gara. And yes, he is a wonderful footballer. He was the one that laid it off. It was Shine that did the scoring. Here's Sheehan. As I mentioned in previous games that you might have seen in the Saturday game, I think very highly of this lad down in Cork. And that's off the post. Still alive. Chance for Goulding. Over the bar. A lot of people were surprised when they saw Kieran Sheehan playing out in the half-forward line against Limerick. Much better as a target man. And you can see that Goulding reacted very promptly here.
Yes, the high bounce. The Roscommon defender gets in under it, and it breaks to Goulding.
Kieran Sheehan under pressure, lays it out, half touched by John Rogers. Paddy Kassan, Patrick Kelly, Paul Kerrigan to his right. Kassan goes down the wing, thought about having a go. Good defending Roscommon, back out to Kelly, to Kerrigan, thought about it. Flicks it inside into the middle to Pierce O'Neill. Over this side, there's a chance for Goulding! And the umpire goes for his white flag. It was the real first opportunity for the Corkmen of raising a green flag. Pierce O'Neill flicking it across to Goulding. This really should have been a goal.
Yeah, but the keeper does very well, spreads himself. Lovely play by Pearse O'Neill. It was the pass by Paul Kerrigan inside that opened it.
Noel O'Leary. Again, Craig will come and challenge. This is Paul Kerrigan. Has a go. Umpires are satisfied. It's over the bar. Despite Roscommon keeper Jeffrey Claffrey protesting.
Well, he took over that style, I think, from the former keeper Shane Kern. He was a great man to do umpire as well.
Good kick out by Claffey.